You're about to listen to the award-winning Stuart Tedesco Show. This show is for biologically and emotionally mature audiences. If you should not be here, please go away. We'll still be here when you're mature enough to partake. Mwah!
Hello.
Here we are.
Welcome to the Stuart Tedesco Show. I'm Dave.
I'm Melissa.
And let's just be honest, as we were just about to hit record, we were both like, what the fuck are we talking about? So this could be a bit rambly today.
A little rambly. Yeah. Good thing there's alcohol involved.
Yes, and I'm tired. This has been a long-ass week.
I didn't sleep great last night, so I'm a little tired. I woke up. I had some things on my mind that I can't really share on the show, but I had some things on my mind that were bothering me.
Was it rambling? Do you have rambling on your mind?
I did. Okay. Well, my mind was rambling.
Okay.
But it was rambling for a specific purpose.
Well, I was just
and so I had to wake
Johnson.
up and, yeah, I know. I woke up and I was up for a couple hours just staying awake, and then finally I fell back to sleep. But yeah, I was a little sleepy. Oh. A little sleepy today.
Lately,
and then I worked.
I'm always sleepy.
I did work today. Usually I don't work Fridays.
It's been a taxing, more than usual, a taxing week at work.
Do you think it's like, is it like the before Christmas, for holiday time?
That is,
because I remember that being kind of like crazy time at school.
Well, we still have next week, which I'm like,
yeah, but the closer, like every day you get closer to holiday break, it's like, the kids are like, "Rugh."
No, I'm saying that's why next week's going to be even worse.
Yeah.
And then plus the population I work with, just by definition,
difficult,
is
so
they're challenging. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Don't want to lose another job.
So it's just been a week. It's been a week.
And and other things too. And in fact, you know what? Why don't I get into that? So look, I did say this last week, and I really, really, really do not want the Stuart Tedesco Show to become like the geriatric medical report. Okay, but in theory,
but it's our show, and this is what we do.
No, but still, I think we can do other things. It doesn't have to be like your back, oh, my knee. That I don't want it to be that kind of thing. But just because I've been telling stories, interesting parts of it, right?
You do tell the funny parts of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right. So let me get this one. This part isn't funny, but because I've already started, let me tell you what's relatively the thrilling conclusion. Okay, so if you've been on the edge of your seat, is like, oh my God, does Dave have cancer? Dave does not have cancer.
No cancer for Dave.
No cancer for Dave. When we recorded last week, it was the day after I had taken the MRI, and it was the last test before bone biopsy, and it came back. Now, why we couldn't have done this test at the beginning, which would have ruled all this shit out. We did it. I hope they got their money's worth, but no, what they thought were bone lesions was not. It was not bone lesions. I do not have some weird French bone disease, which, by the way, French bone disease will be up on the ban list.
Yeah, that's a good one.
No, it is. It's coming.
That's a good one.
I just have
French
to get to doing it.
Yeah,
French bone disease. So I do not have a French bone disease, and I do not have cancer. Now, with that...
What would French bone disease, what kind of music would they play?
I would say, I don't know, but it needs to involve a tuba. It doesn't have to be like oompa music or like polka, but like one of my bands that I do like that doesn't exist anymore is Doug and the Slugs, and there was the occasional tuba in there. So, and it was pop. Kind of popish rock kind of thing. And
with tuba.
What?
With the tuba. I don't know. I mean, I like the tuba. I mean, the tuba's cool.
Well, like I said, it wasn't in every song, but it was, kind of like Blue Oyster Cult with the cowbell.
With the cowbell.
It wasn't every song, but that they were known for the cowbell.
Put the cowbell in there.
Right. So it was kind of like that.
I did not know that there was actually a cowbell in that song until that SNL bit. I truly did not know. I had to, after that.
Okay.
I really didn't. And then I think it was actually my son who told me that. And and then I finally looked it up in the liner notes and all that. I'm like, holy fucking shit, there's a cowbell. Well, did not realize there really was one.
I guess I did. I mean, I knew the sound, but I never thought, oh, that's a cowbell. I usually don't do,
Right.
But yeah, but when the song is like, well, I do. When I saw that skit, by the way, in case you're not into
Saturday Night Live.
An old Saturday Night Live skit with Will Ferrell when they did just say, look, all you gotta do is go to YouTube, not even YouTube, just go to whatever web engine you use or search engine and just do more cowbell. That's all you got to do.
All you need with Christopher Walken and
you don't even need
Will
that.
Ferrell.
Just more cowbell.
Oh man, it's such a great skit.
It will pop up. Just
and
I
it's
promise.
Hilarious.
More
it will
cowbell.
Make you laugh so hard if you've never seen it.
Yeah,
it still makes me laugh when I see it.
We had to do that for my daughter, like just a few years ago. She had no idea what we were talking about, and I was like, all right, here's more. You got to
see more cowbell.
More cowbell. So so I don't have cancer. Now I have some stuff coming up because the whole thing, the trigger, it's like you go in for your car and go, man, I think my engine's shot, because that's like the death thing, right? Like,
right.
like the big C.
Yeah.
And they go, well, no, your engine's okay, but here, your transmission, your brakes, and like
your
all
muffler
your muffler. Oh, and by the way, you have a taillight out, because you always have a taillight out. They always have to fucking make $30 off of you for a fucking taillight. So my taillight's out, and my brakes and shit like that, and that's going to be happening.
But the engine's still running.
Yes, but my engine's okay. So I'm not going to give you the updates of all the things, right? Because you don't need to hear about the new med I'm going to be starting, and it's not the point. Again, I'm not the geriatric report here, but it just because I've been saying I do not have cancer, because we didn't know. It was a thing, and I was literally driving to work every day, just literally thinking about, okay, who's going to be at my funeral? I don't want a funeral. I'm thinking this shit, right?
It makes sense.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah. So I'd say new lease on life, but fuck, I'm just tired. I'm really fucking tired, man.
I also don't have cancer. Yeah, I also went to the doctor this week. Because you know that that's why I had the hysterectomy.
Well, yeah, you got it, and you got to
because I had to. Yeah. Because they were concerned about the possibilities of cancer.
Yes.
Because I had I had abnormal cells that could become precancerous, but
and
they
then
weren't.
Usually after a hysterectomy, you still get tested depending on the thing, how often.
Yeah. I'm still gonna not for most people with vaginas. Usually it's like every few years if you don't have any issues with cancer or anything like that. But since I have that, I think my PAP, I'm gonna have more pap smears more often than other people, which is fine. I don't care. Whatever.
Can we call you Mr. Pap Smear?
Ms. Pap Smear, please.
No, but I was making the Naked Gun.
Oh, okay.
Which I don't remember if I ever said this on the show. I actually saw the Naked Gun in the theater.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
and
cool.
it was. I
did not. It was always on HBO or something.
Yeah. And it was like a matinee, and there was nobody in the theater, right? Me and it might have been Dead Uncle Glenn.
Man, I love going to theaters. I don't think nobody's there.
Actually,
Dead Uncle Glenn.
GLB, if you want to text me, I don't think it was you that we saw. I think that was Better Off Dead. I think it was Dead Uncle Glenn. No, it was Dead Uncle Glenn. I do remember. It was Dead Uncle Glenn. Now that I'm thinking back.
All right.
And. Again.
Also, humans that are listening to it, Dead Uncle Glenn would be totally okay with the fact that we're saying Dead Uncle Glenn.
Oh, yeah. No. Oh, absolutely. Oh, my God. Yeah. We used to make jokes when Dead Uncle Glenn was living Uncle Glenn. We used to make jokes like that all the time. No, he'd be totally fine with that. Yeah. So, I get so distracted. So, but in the theater watching Naked Gun, when the first time the secretary goes, and can I get you something, however I get you something, Mr. Pap Smear, it was one of those laughs that you can't stop. Like, and this is in public in a theater, and I'm actually thankful there was always like when you think it's done laughing, and then you just and
then you're like, I don't want to laugh anymore, but you can't help it.
Could not stop.
Man, those
literally,
are awesome.
They are,
those
but
are the best
it was in
laughs.
public, and I felt bad even with the other like handful of people in the theater because it was. And Dead Uncle Glenn was not like super thrilled because he was
like,
kind of embarrassed. Yeah,
dude, could you not?
And
could you not?
And while I don't. Like do that anymore, even to this day when it's on whatever lame commercial station where they edit it and put all commercials in and stuff, when they talk about Pap Smear, I still Pap Smear. and I still cannot explain why it's so funny.
Whatever, doesn't matter. You know what? It's partially it's just funny just because you had that experience. So from now on, you will always think it's actually funny.
I mean, even at the moment,
you're like you have no idea why you thought that. It wasn't like you didn't know what a Pap Smear was,
right? No, right. But no, I knew what it was, but like I don't know why it was to that extent funny. I still don't. The only thing I can think of is that, and this is way before the Stuart
Did Dead Uncle
Pedasso
Glenn
show.
make a weird face at you or something that made you laugh even harder?
No,
okay.
No, it was totally hearing Mr. Pap smear. I think.
Well, it is making me kind of laugh too.
I think it was because I'm going to use this word, but only because I can't think of another way to say it. I think it was minorly kind of I'm not going to say jealous. It was in admiration because doesn't that sound like a name I would come up with? Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm, and I think that might be why, because it was like something for like bits that I had not written yet. Mm-hmm. I would totally come up with like, I came up with loose stools.
I know,
right? So it totally fits in.
True. That's
the only thing I can think of. But it was that laugh where you can't stop, and then even when it chills out, like 10 minutes later, the movie had totally gone on, and all of a sudden it would just bubble back up, and I start laughing again. And you look at me, and I'd be like, Pap smear. It was so
John Uncle
stupid.
Glenn's looking at you like.
Nah, he didn't do that, but I could
Shut
tell
up.
he was like, "Okay, dude,
Okay,
all right,
we've had enough. All right, it was funny the first time.
Yeah." I would pour some beer out for Dead Uncle Glenn, but I'm in my house.
In our hearts forever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I also don't have cancer.
Oh, good. We're in the No Cancer Club.
Yeah, we are in the No Cancer Club. So cheers to the No Cancer Club.
And cheers to the Cancer Club, because y'all could.
Yeah, well, my mom has cancer, but she's still battling it with the pill they give her, as she takes every day. Still can't get over the fact that she just takes a pill to battle cancer. It's so strange to me.
Well, you take a pill to not have AIDS.
But you know, I remember. Okay, you know why it's weird to me? This is gonna sound strange. So I remember. I'm not a huge Star Trek fan. Like my parents, huge Trekkies, way into it, really, really into it. So my parents would take my brother and I to the Star Trek movies and all that.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say just like all of them, or just the original, or were they discerning?
I remember. I think I saw at least 1 through 3. I think I saw at least. I remember seeing through Wrath of Khan. I remember.
Okay, but you're talking about the movies.
The movies in the 80s.
What about the shows?
Oh yeah, we watched the shows too. I didn't watch. I only watched basically what my parents made me watch. I never was like, oh, let's watch Star Trek. Like it's just not my thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just not my thing. But where was I going with this? God damn it.
Mom, cancer pill.
God damn it. What was the point of the
Star Trek. Trekkies.
God damn! Now I've totally lost track of what I was going to say about it.
Well, how about I do this, and then because we don't talk about movies that much, and I don't talk about movies that I've actually seen. So how about this? So I can say this about school. This will not. I will not lose my job off of this one. So holidays coming up, and the kids are whatever. And next week is just going to be. There's going to be no learning happening. And so, there's always talk about, hey, you can show a holiday movie, blah, blah, blah. And I fucking hate the holidays. Okay.
I just remember what it was.
No, go for it.
Okay, this is what it was. Okay, so in the Star Trek movie, it was cancer. That was what it was. In the one Star Trek movie, the doctor, Dr. McCoy. Yep, Dr. McCoy, that was his name. Dr. McCoy, he was like, they were in modern times. They were in modern times, which was in probably the 80s, I'm guessing, was what modern times would have been for us. Instead of being in the future, they were in the modern times. And there was, at one point, they were in a hospital, and a dude said to, Dr. McCoy was in there, and he asked the guy what was wrong with him, and the guy said, I think cancer. And Dr. McCoy, like, rolled his eyes and gave him a pill. He goes, here you go. Here you go. That's all you need, or whatever. And that's what this always makes me think of. The fact that my mom takes a pill every day to cure cancer makes me think of Dr. McCoy and Star Trek, and like we are literally living in the future.
Is her pill curing it or just like maintaining it?
I think so
because that's what where AIDS is right now. It's like making it undetectable,
it's really,
but it doesn't get
I
rid of it.
believe it's. This is going to sound kind
I don't know. I'm just
sad.
asking.
If my mom were younger, maybe it would be a thing of getting rid of it.
Okay.
But considering she is in her late 70s, it may never go away. Okay. She may very well die with cancer. I've kind of accepted that that's probably the case.
This is going to sound like I'm being funny, but I'm really not. Right, when you get to a certain age, and I don't have an exact number, but I love it when like someone is like, I would even go with maybe close to in late 70s. But if for me, 80's the number, the magic number. If you die after 80, you died of old.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Whatever it is.
Part.
Yeah, but they always go, "Oh, what did he die of?" Dude was old. He was 90.
Old. He was 83. He was an old person.
But he had cancer. Okay, bro, you were just old. Okay, I get it. That's what happens when you get old, right?
Eventually die.
He had a heart attack. Dude, he just died of old. Will you stop? He was Buddy Ebsen was 174. Leave the man alone. He died of old.
Well, this is what I've been with my mom for some of the you did. I've been to the oncologist appointments with my mom a couple times, and I will say that her oncologist, he's really great. Like, we were in there one time for literally 2.5 hours in a meeting with him in the office, talking about all the different things and stuff. Thorough, he's great. Love it. So yeah, but she actually did say to him, like, is this even worth carrying? Because of course part of her is like, I'm old,
right?
I'm getting close to that time
and
anyway,
and if you
this
don't
is
want
going
it to be shitty,
right? And if this is going to just make me struggle, and I'm just going to have a hard time, and there's no way of curing it ever,
right? When I had that thought that I might have cancer, those drives, right? No, that was exactly how far am I going to take this? Because someone I know, who's like one of Eve's best friends, has had stage 4 cancer for 12 years. And is, every once in a while we get this quote bad news, but it's been fucking 12 years. She's still kicking. She's and active. I don't mean I don't mean in a hospital bed in the living room.
She goes to work, or
she hasn't been working for a really long time.
All right, so
because there's always chemo and there's always stuff going on.
She's probably out of that now.
Yeah.
But she still does stuff.
Oh my God, absolutely, without question. They go to shows together and they do. She still, if she walked in, you would not know she was sick. But she's had stage 4 cancer for literally 12 years. So, So I was thinking, all right, man, I don't know if it even is or what kind it is or what the prognosis, but just in case, how long am I dragging this shit out?
Yeah.
And I don't know. And in my thought, it wasn't even me. I wasn't even whatever. If I'm gone, I'm gone. I've had this. I'm always thinking about death and what's not in a maudlin way, but I mean what's out there, what's after, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean curiosity,
right,
at
absolutely.
least.
And so, but honestly, my most biggest what I thought to me was a pain in the ass was the family. I and you and friends and I fucking don't. I know this probably wouldn't be the case. I literally want folks to go, oh, that sucks, Dave died. I just fucking want you all to go on with your lives.
Well, we will, but we'll be sad.
Don't be sad. You're all right.
Yeah, but
Yeah, well, I don't want anything that's involved with me.
But you can't help. I mean, you can't help that, though.
I didn't say this was rational thought.
Okay, that's true. You aren't rational in this case.
I never
that's fine.
said
You already
this
know that. You already know that.
No, I knew this was.
You already know that.
So I'm literally in my head going, how can I minimize that issue?
You know what? If you ever
Dave
getting
hologram?
to the point, we're ever getting to the point where it's going to happen, you just tell me what comedian you want there at your to do the.
There's not going to be a thing. I want to just be put in a field.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen. So you have to tell me what comedian you want. That's never going to happen. Dude.
I'm going to be upset. You're going to know you're making my dead soul, whatever.
All right, fine. I'll do it then.
You're all gonna do it anyway, and you're all gonna sit around and go, "Oh, I know Dave would hate this. Oh, I bet he would. Oh, let's go talk about
hilarious.
it."
It's
right?
Hilarious.
You all fucking suck, man. I hate you all. I'm not just for that. I don't have any more friends. Fuck all y'all.
Poor dead Dave.
Now I'm gonna have to maybe dead Dave now instead of dead Uncle Glenn.
So anyway, my mom is doing all right.
Sorry.
She's doing okay. And yeah, the doctor was like, you know what? I would be honest with you if I thought it wasn't something you could fight, but I do think you can and you should. And so she's like, all right, which made me fucking happy.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have, and I said that to her. I was honest with her. I said, I would respect your wishes because it is your hot body to do with what you please. I go, but for my own personal feelings about it, I am glad you have decided to keep going and try to fight it. So, but I will respect your wishes if you decide not to do that anymore. But God damn it, I'll be so upset and mad if she does it. But oh well.
Slip like mushroom powder in her coffee and stuff. Try to keep her alive. I
eats mushrooms.
No, with the powder you're not.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to. Yeah.
I just
it's supposed to be like fancy mushroom powder.
I just got some actually.
Oh,
it had nothing to do with the cancer. It's a long shot.
No, fancy mushroom powder. I know. You see commercials about it all the time, like this, like fancy mushroom powder.
I had to
be really healthy.
I'm not going to get into the story right now.
I don't like mushrooms, so
yeah. Well, you can't taste it. I had it in my.
I don't believe it. I think it's going to still taste like dirt. It doesn't taste like dirt. Mushrooms taste like dirt to me.
No, it might be mixed with chemicals then.
Probably.
I don't know.
They're always mixed with chemicals.
Everything is.
Everything is mixed with chemicals, Dave.
All right. Well, then I'm enjoying my powdered chemicals. Good for me. So again, it's the holidays and teachers are like, oh, this is gonna suck, and the kids are gonna suck, and more than usual, and so show them a holiday movie kind of thing, and so I'm like, I fucking hate holiday movies. It's just not my jam.
They mostly suck. I do love Elf though. Elf's one of my favorites.
So here's
no, you don't you dare say anything against Elf. It's one of my favorites.
I'm just like, whatever. I just say whatever. So I'm like, all right, what is something that has holidays in it? And then because we always do here, even in the house, all year round, we use the reference Christmas.
Oh yeah, we do that too.
Right,
oh my God, I love that.
Of course, right. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, maybe I'll do that movie. And I looked.
No, you can't do that movie.
Hold on. I didn't even get a chance to process it. So I was in one of my classes and I'm talking to kids and I don't remember how it came up, but we were talking. I was like, yeah, we're talking about like if we're gonna do a holiday movie, and I was like, and these were the high schoolers. It wasn't with my middle schoolers, and I mentioned Better Off Dead, and I think none of these kids are gonna know what it is, right?
I know $2 though.
Well, no. So one of my kids said, "Oh yeah, I think my." It's the funny way she said it. Oh, I think my mom made me watch that once, which I thought was funny. Made you? All right. She goes, yeah. And then as soon as she said, yeah, isn't that about that kid who wants to kill himself because he lost his girlfriend? And that's when I went, oh yeah, I can't show that. I forgot because I remembered Christmas, but that's literally, and then I went,
literally the movie is pretty much about that.
Yeah, and all I
plus
remember,
the other guy, like there's drug references and stuff too.
So all I can remember was the Christmas at that moment, that reference, and so I thought I'd do that and say that's my holiday movie. And then as soon as she said that, I was in my head. I didn't say it out loud. I went, oh yeah, I can't. Yeah, you can't. I totally forgot about that. I can't do that one.
No, not appropriate.
Especially these days.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, right. No, for good reason. I'm not saying.
Oh no. Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm not.
I mean, it's just not an. I mean, that movie is just not appropriate
these days. Can't say anything these days.
Yeah, it's just not. That is just not an appropriate movie for somebody to be showing. I think it's fine if some kid wants to watch it at home, but it just shouldn't be something that a teacher shows it.
Yeah.
That's
maybe I'll just clip that one for the Christmas part. The 2-minute dinner where they're doing Christmas and go, there's your holiday movie.
Do you
Fuck
have
off.
Christmas in France? Christmas. Christmas.
I'm totally doing that. I'm going to see if that's just cut out on YouTube. You want your Christmas movie? I got your Christmas movie right here. Chris.
Yeah. Sorry, Mom blew up, Rippy.
They would still...
That's literally one of my favorite lines of like all time of everything. Like, sorry, your mom blew up, Ricky.
Yeah, the kids would be pissed at me, and I wouldn't even care. I don't care. You know nothing about no Christmas.
That movie is so wonderful. It's really one of my favorite like 80s comedies for sure.
And I know we talk. All right, so I'll do this.
And I'm sure there's something really wrong and inappropriate in there that I'm not thinking about anymore. But.
Well, I do remember the drag racing part with the two.
Oh yeah. The Asian
guys who like talk like
only talk to
That's like totally inappropriate for today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, why am I still think it's funny. Am I a bad person?
No.
Oh my God, I am. Maybe I'm a little bit of a bad person. I just feel like some Asian people would also find that funny. What are you looking at?
My new med has arrived.
Your new meds have arrived?
My old person med.
You're so special and old.
Yeah. Well, I only make a deal out of that because I was supposed to have my old man meds yesterday.
Yeah.
And I've only been going.
Grab another beer.
Yeah, I've only been going to the same pharmacy for literally like 11 years since I've been in this house, and for some reason
the CVS near yours? Oh yeah.
And for some reason they sent the prescription to a CVS in Long Island. Yeah. I know.
Okay.
Because so I didn't get it yet.
Oh, you know what they probably? Oh, you know what? I bet it was like one of those things where they had because each CVS store has a number. I bet they had somebody clicked the wrong number or something.
Actually, I know what happened. It was actually a CVS I had to use when Julie went to school.
Oh, okay,
for
that
one
makes sense.
time.
Oh, and they still had that in there.
But that was
reason.
like literally 5-6 years ago. And so now they send it to fucking Long Island. Anyway, so that's the reason.
That's
I
weird.
said.
Okay.
Damn, I was going so it's all right. We're all good. So that hopefully that will be the end of our geriatric report here at the Stuart Pedasso Show.
It won't be because we're both getting older.
Well, that's true. But I'm not every week. It won't be like, oh, hey, my back this week or what. I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna be that.
I had a bad back week though this week, but I did put all my Christmas. I did put Christmas up on Monday, so I think I just kind of overdid it a little bit and moving things around and stuff because that's what I do.
It was pretty funny because before the show, there was some time in between, but right after work, I had a chance to have a couple of beers with our friends Cheddar, and
the Cheddar, how's the Cheddar?
And he's fine. He's fine. There's no big news.
Just Cheddar? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not Eric.
No, God, I haven't seen Eric, former co-host of the show, forever. No, yeah. I do not expect Eric to be back around. Ever? Not in a bad way. I don't mean in a bad way. He's doing things. He's doing other things.
Okay.
He's got relatively younger kids. And he's doing
I know he's doing dad things.
Yeah.
Kids are so cute.
Yeah. So but it was speaking of geriatric stuff. So as we're both leaving,
cheese is geriatric.
Yeah,
is that what you want to say?
He's.
I mean, you guys are the same age, aren't you?
Pretty much, but he was more geriatric than I was before I was.
Right. No,
right?
I know.
So he's already had a hip replaced.
Oh.
And his hip is good now, but it's the same leg, but his knee's bad, which I thought the knee would happen before the hip. So the two of us are walking out, and we're both limping. We look like two old dudes hobbling out of this bar. It was actually pretty funny, I thought.
Did you meet up the street?
What's that? Well, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were in the corner. Yeah, so it was just funny. We're both walking out, like hobbling, like we're a couple of old sailors with peg legs or something. It was pretty funny. So yeah, each time we get together, which isn't that often, but each time we get together, we're just comparing. The old people know it's. We used to talk about women, talk about chicks, man, and sports ball and all that.
Well, when you were younger,
not like that.
But how old is? I mean, he's been married for how long? I mean,
we're still talking about chicks.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean that's true. You can't. I mean, I can still talk. I mean, we're all married, but we can still talk about chicks.
Yeah, especially if you're with the guys at a bar.
Right.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Right.
Doesn't mean you're gonna go bang the chicks.
No.
You can talk about it.
Sure.
You can talk about it. It's all right. You can't do it.
Even when I was single, I wasn't like I was gonna go bang chicks.
I mean, could.
No. Well, okay. There's the issue of consent.
Right.
Chicks don't bang me, so I could say I want to bang chicks all I want. The chicks don't cooperate. So we've had this discussion already. Like that's very nice wishful thinking, Dave. Good for you, banging chicks in your head, in your brain. Good for you. Go watch your porn, dumbass. Anyway.
Anywho. What else you got there?
Well, I can say this because this does relate. This is connected in a way to you and me.
Okay.
As of this week or whenever, I officially now am on the board of an entity in Rochester called Greenovation.
I am so excited and happy about that.
And I went to my first board meeting, which is awesome. So I'm going to say this not in a disparaging way. It's just...
How is Kim doing?
Fine. Oh, she's fine.
Oh, she's doing good with her arm and all that? Yep. Okay. I haven't seen her in a couple weeks.
So it's... Now that I'm on the board, I'm going to see if she should come on the show. She should totally come on the show.
She's hilarious and adorable.
Yeah.
Her mom's pretty funny too. Very hilarious.
We've had conversations.
Oh man, oh my God, having both of them on the show would be hilarious.
Well, I'll wait till after just the first meeting, but totally. That sounds like a good plan.
That'd be fun. We could even do it there, maybe.
We could.
That would be fun.
So the first board meeting I went to was at somebody's house. Usually it's at Greenovation, and this was at somebody's house.
Are they still having issues with the heat? Yep.
Well, that wasn't why. It was at somebody's house. It was at somebody's house because it was also the holiday party with a potluck and white elephant gift exchange.
Oh, did you not know that?
Well, I did, but you know how much I love both of those things.
I know you
I love those.
Love potlucks and gift giving.
Yeah. So this meeting.
Well, you liked potlucks when you had them.
Yeah, that was different.
That was fun. Those were really fun. That
was very alcohol fueled.
I know, they were fun. Oh my God, that one time that Alex came, him and I were like just going at each other. That was hilarious. That was fun time.
It went 3.5 hours on a school night.
Oh,
right.
That was tough for you.
It was tough.
Yeah,
it was tough. It was
back in the day that would have been fine, but now we're old. We're like 3.5 hours on a Monday.
I was on a Wednesday, and
yeah.
And like again, I'm not a potluck and gift giving, and it was fine. There was nothing wrong. There was nothing bad
I'm
happening.
sure everybody was lovely.
But I'm old now.
It's just not your thing.
It's not my thing, and I was like, okay, we just do the business, and there was other things but the business, and but it was cool. I'm glad I'm there.
Oh, that sounds fun.
I'm looking forward to using my skills to help advance this awesome organization, and I'm sure at some point once we have certain things together, I'll be plugging it so that you can go throw some bucks their way if you got a few dollars to spare, because they do good work. And I guess I got to say, we do good work.
Yeah. Well, I've volunteered there. I like volunteering
and
there.
They're the people, particularly Kim. They're the people who fucking saved my ass and did not kill me when the last time I ran for office and I did that e-waste recycling event.
I know that you kind of owe them forever for that.
Oh my God, it was horrible. It was good, but it was horrible.
It was just so much.
My God.
It was so much more successful than you thought it was going to be.
I had it literally almost killed me with my diabetes, and in the middle of summer. There were times I literally almost passed out from having to try to get rid of this stuff and load it into trucks, and I had to rent a fucking truck. Like, I don't mean like a little truck, like a ginormous truck that I had no business driving. It was that big of a truck to get rid of these things. And so we did it at their place, their old place, their initial place, with this huge parking lot that had so much old electronics in it. We couldn't get rid. It sat there for days because I couldn't get rid of it. It looked like a city that had been bombed. Because it was just rubble, and people were picking through it overnight. And I heard there was actually a fight that broke out. People were fighting over shit. It was horrible.
People would fight over the metal and stuff because if they can take that to the metal place and get money for it. And the
city came and left a ticket.
I didn't realize that happened.
So the next time I came to clean this shit up, they were like, "Here, the city left this for you," and it was a ticket. And I had to get. It was.
Gotta go deal with that.
Oh my God! So anyway, they're so nice.
They're so nice. They're so nice.
And so it's the least I could do, but be on their board and go to potlucks and do gift exchanges. And
I actually am considering talking to them about having a booth there, quote unquote booth there myself.
So the connection is it's the same building, and there's a connection to
the Ravens, which I am the president of.
Now you can talk about.
I can talk about it. I am the president of our the Rochester Lodge of the Benevolent Guardians of the Court of A, the Ravens Lodge.
So, and actually, I need this too, because if someone would ask me this question, I don't even know if I could answer it very well. For those in the United States, but especially outside of the U.S. who listen to the show, what the fuck's a lodge?
So how I like to explain it is, at least in the United States, and actually I know this exists outside the United States, at least in some country. Anyway, so there's a couple of lodges that are kind of well known. One of them would be the Rotary Lodge. The Rotary Lodge is a international lodge. It is for men only. Well, maybe it's changed. It used to at least be for men only, and so it's a group of people. They get together. There's, some of it is for just making connections, but a lot of it is actually for charity to help do things. And one of the big things that Rotary does, and what I got from Rotary, was that they sponsor people to go to other countries. So I was a Rotary exchange student.
Could you call it?
That is a lodge.
Summarize it quick. Would you say it's like a social group?
It is. Yeah, I think that's.
Is that how you would?
I think was it technically called like a social club, social club.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like they have Lions Club, they have like.
But there's
Elks Club. Elks I think is actually is all sexes. So anyway, what the Ravens Lodge is basically like that kind of idea, like an Elks Club, like a Rotary, like Masonic or Eastern Star, like that kind of thing. And but ours has no denominational thing, because a lot of the other lodges out there have to do with some sort of religion, and we definitely didn't want to do that. You're certainly welcome to worship anything you want or not worship anything you want and be in our lodge. It's just we just don't have that as part of the thing. We welcome all sexes, women, men, non-binary,
just
whatever
humans,
you think.
people.
If you're a human, and you want to pay us $100 to be a part of the lodge, that's what it costs per year. You can do that.
Okay.
And
if you do become a member of the Ravens and you pay whatever, what happens then? I mean, what are the expectations? So
now we really are kind of doing a big refiguration, I should say, or reforming, whatever all those words.
Do-over.
A do-over. Yeah, we've been trying to do some new things.
That's my legal
things
term.
Hasn't.
Do-over.
We've been around since 2018, 2019.
Okay.
2019. It is 2019. Things have changed. The world has changed a little bit. So we've been making some changes in our bylaws and how we want to run things. And I'm excited to be a president about it, because I really, really, really want to do more things within the community. And I really, really want to get more people involved with us. And I'm going to put a lot of emphasis on trying to get more members.
As president, do you have like a powdered wig or a gavel or something?
We do actually have a gavel, but I don't use the gavel. The gavel is for the Sergeant in Arms, which I was the Sergeant in Arms for 5 years, but now I am the president.
What is the sergeant?
The Sergeant in Arms is the person that is kind of like in charge of the kind of like oversees the meetings, like make sure that things are going smoothly. Like if people are starting to over talk or something, that's when you hit the gavel and go, everybody shush. Okay, so-and-so, you talk. You wait. So it's kind of like you're like the overseer of like making sure things go smoothly. And for me, that was actually a really great job. What are you making weird faces?
No, I'm sorry, that's a weird face. Because I'm thinking of a similar word in a different context, and it's escaping me. I think I'm just tired and have had beer. So
yeah. Okay. So yes, I am the president of the club of our
facilitator.
Lodge.
Facilitator. Sorry,
that's the word you're
delay
looking
for.
I'm really excited about it. We've got a new president. The vice president is my friend Bianca, and we've been friends for 20 years, and I would say actually probably about 20 years. And so I'm really excited to do some cool stuff with her. She's got some really great ideas for reaching out into the community to do more education and that kind of thing. So we're really looking into doing stuff like that. So we're looking to do more community outreach than we already have been. I'm really excited about it.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, we're all going to be super involved with this project over at 22 Flint Street in Rochester, New York.
and that's where the organization I'm now a part of are housed at, and they've been in 2 other buildings so far, and in this new building they're not open yet, although they kind of are as a pop-up on the sly on Saturdays.
Yeah, like on Saturdays. I mean, and
because
I've
there's
seen
some issues with the building, and the landlord is. I'm learning now at this first meeting, the landlord's being interesting. The landlord.
I mean, he's not a bad person.
He seems. He
is a nice guy.
From a little I've heard, again, my one meeting in between gift exchanges and eating shit I'm not supposed to eat.
Oh yeah, that's the best part about potlucks.
Yeah. He sounds like he's a little over his head.
I believe the same.
That is what.
But that's what that's what I'm saying. He is a good guy. He's a nice guy. He really believes in the art community and making it better. And he's been to some of the same meetings I've been to as far as the art community in Rochester and making it better. So I know he is invested in that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think he probably needs more help too. Right. It's like a lot of other people. Like all of us probably need more help, and we can't afford to get more help. And
yeah.
I don't think he's like making bank by having these buildings and everything.
I know he's not.
No, I don't think he is.
I can tell you because of that meeting I went to. I can tell you.
No, I know he's not. So like that's why he's not.
Put it this way, he's not making bank from Greenovation.
No, he's not making bank from. Even with the other property. I mean, he still has to get people into those other buildings, and he's doing a lot of work. So and I give him a lot of credit. But yeah,
like we're supposed to pay him rent, but we can't make money because we can't open.
Right.
And we can't open because the building's not ready. And it's like
all
this
I know,
circular.
Yeah. I think everything is going to happen. It's just like it's just going to be time.
Right.
And I do feel bad for Greenovation because they have a whole store full of lots of great shit.
Yeah.
Like So anybody who doesn't know, it's a thrift store.
Do it now. Okay.
Yeah. So it is a thrift store. It's basically. I don't think they actually do any outward looking for things. I think it's mostly people donate to them. And they also have some store within stores where people actually rent the space within the store. And there's at least a few people I know who like personally that do that.
Well, it's like I would say more like consignment because usually the people who rent that space aren't normally there too much. They're like have special tags on it. And
right. Yeah.
And the people who work / volunteer at Greenovation keep track of it and get the money to where it's got to go.
Yeah, so I don't really know how the consignment part of it works or anything, but I've been thinking about talking to our lovely friend about it and seeing about it, doing it myself.
Good time.
But I love that space though. It's such a cool space.
Still haven't seen it yet. I got to go. I haven't been there.
It's really cool. We should go together. We should just go there and hang out sometime.
I was going to do tomorrow to the pop-up where the store pops up on Saturdays, and I can't. Oh, this is a great segue. See how I'm going to segue here?
Yeah.
I can't because tomorrow I have my American Sign Language final exam. So I will not be able to do that tomorrow. And if you haven't heard, you'll be like, what American Sign Language, Dave? Well, so I've actually been signing an American Sign Language. If you're in another country, I don't know your country's sign language.
I'm sure it's fabulous, but we don't know it.
Might not
we don't know the Finnish Sign Language. Holy shit, that language is such a crazy language. Finnish Sign Language must be so hard.
Not necessarily. So,
actually, maybe the sign language is easier than the actual written language.
Yeah. So, American Sign Language really comes from French Sign Language, which existed before, as well as some Native American signs and some what they call home signs that stems from the Northeast, Massachusetts, and around Martha's Vineyard and stuff like that.
Native people, or
no? Martha's Vineyard has a history of. At the time, and again, I'm not going to get the timeline right. It's a place out up in the northeast of the U.S., a small community where there were a lot of deaf people
in Massachusetts.
Yeah, and even the hearing people there, for the most part, knew sign. It was basically like a signing. Yeah, that's
probably not anymore.
Not as much now, but they still have a little bit more of a background. Probably,
I had no idea about that.
Percentage-wise, they probably have more people who sign than most other places.
What about Rochester? Oh, man.
Who sign?
Oh, yeah. Oh, for population-wise, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we have a pretty large...
We're number 2.
What's the number one?
We have the highest. Okay, so Rochester, New York has the highest number of deaf people per capita in the country, but the highest number of deaf people is Washington, D.C.
Oh, okay. Well, that kind of makes sense.
So, but percentage-wise.
Percentage-wise, because we got a school.
They have Gallaudet, which is the only 4-year university for deaf people.
Oh, so that's why it's slightly better.
Yeah.
Oh, ours is only 2-year?
The NTID is 2-year.
Look at that. I didn't know that. Why would I know that? I guess I didn't know that either.
Well, because they're connected to Rochester Institute of Technology, a lot of students
assumed it was
will do
4-year.
the 2-year and then slide over.
into the 4-year. Okay, so that's why they do that.
So I've been signing.
So at RIT, do they have like people who do sign language in like every classroom there? I wonder.
Oh, they. I
bet they have a lot.
That university has a interpreting department. If you are an interpreter, that's like. So you can be an interpreter freelance, and it's like having your own business. You get your own healthcare.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
You can go to an interpreting service, and this is in any city, not just Rochester.
No, I'm sure any somewhat larger city probably has something, right?
Oh, even regional, yeah. And then you work for them, and sometimes they do it by contract. Like a lot of employers take advantage. They try to pay them as little as possible, and et cetera. But we're not going to get into that today. We're not going to get into that capitalism thing.
Yeah,
today.
we talk about that every day.
I know. And then but RIT, because they have NTID, which is the deaf college, and then a lot of those deaf students either take classes or end up going full-time later after their 2-year over there. They have literally their own interpreting department where they hire interpreters, and you work for the college. You're a college employee. So they, with the benefits, healthcare and...
Nice.
Yeah.
That's, at least as far as working for a college, that's nice.
So anyway, I've been signing for like 30 years. I'm fluent, and there's a bunch of different ways to get rated or assessed. I've been what the fuck was I called? Like, not superior. Something like, I'm going to use the word superior. It's not superior.
But you have a really high...
Superior plus. I remember the plus on it, but whatever it was.
So your understanding of it is pretty high.
I am fluent.
You're fluent.
I am bilingual.
You are bilingual.
I am bilingual.
There you go.
All right. So it just worked out that where I'm teaching now, they don't have any language teachers, and most of the kids, unless they have an exemption, need a year of language to get a different language. The state calls it foreign, but American Sign Language, I wouldn't call it foreign. But you need another language,
something other than English,
to graduate. And kids were doing it, this online thing they have, and they hate it. The kids hate it. It's horrible. It actually is horrible.
But it did a sign language online.
There's sign, Spanish, and French. Is my understanding, and they hated it. So when
I don't learn that well online
principal
anyway,
found out that I sign, and just so happened because there's such a teacher shortage in the U.S. for reasons we can go into another time. There was the state handed down an exemption and said folks can teach outside of their certification area for this year. And so I am teaching 5 sign language classes a day, as well as 2 other. I'm teaching 7 classes a day.
So when you teach, do you sign the entire time you're talking?
Pretty much. So yeah, it is flipped that switch in my brain. So now I think a lot of time in sign. I will talk to myself in sign language now, like I used to when I was working.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool that you kind of it's like one of like riding a bike thing. You just kind of start doing it again, and you're like, yeah.
That was never a problem.
But like riding a bike.
But now
it's not a problem. You just have to do it again.
Yeah, but now it's like I think in sign language now. I'm back to that way, and like I will talk to myself in sign. Like if I see something that I think is pretty or beautiful,
you'll think it in sign language.
I won't even just think it. I'll just literally I'm going to do a visual. Sorry, I will literally just go.
Yeah,
like the sign for
in
beautiful.
Your head, right?
No, I will do the sign.
Oh, you'll actually do it sometimes.
Yeah, not even thinking. Not like here, I'm going to sign this. No, it just now I'm doing it instinctively now again.
There's still some things that interestingly, on a similar vein, there are still some things that I think in my head to say in Swedish. even though it's been many years since I have been there, but there's some words and there's some phrases that I still think about on the regular. When somebody says something, it just comes into my head to say this one Swedish thing.
If I were someone who was older and male and was into things that they call dad jokes, I would make a joke about meatballs, but I'm not that person, so I will not. I will not make a Swedish meatball joke because I'm not that person.
They are delicious, though.
I'm totally that person.
You are that person.
I just made a joke.
You did just make the
See how I
joke.
was sly with that?
Hey, guess what?
Y'all didn't even know I just made a dad Swedish meatball joke. You didn't even know it, did you? I just told you.
Hey, Dave.
Yay.
There's UFOs above us.
Okay.
No, I'm serious.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to talk about.
Oh, all right. Well, let me finish my thing because I did, and then I'll finish. So,
okay. But now they're going to know. I want to talk about UFOs.
All right.
Okay.
That's okay.
Right.
So real quick. So I said I have. So what happened is I said, okay, well, look, if I'm going to do this and if I'm going to stay at the school I'm at, or even if I want to move on, I'll use somebody else's term, more marketable if I had yet another certification. I already have two. Social studies and special education. So I did the research, and to get certified in teaching American Sign Language, I needed 12 credit hours, which in the U.S. basically means 4 college classes. And I got to take some tests, which, I got to sign up for this weekend, actually. And
don't forget.
No, that's what just reminded me. And so I'm taking ASL 1, and I'm fluent, and I've been signing for 30 years. And I've been a good boy. I haven't been like obnoxious about it. And I thought,
this is so annoying.
Right.
You're like, this is annoying, but I got to do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I've learned. I've learned some stuff.
No, you did tell me you learned
Without
some stuff that you
question.
didn't really,
Right.
that you didn't know. Okay.
And the language, like even English, it changes and it morphs and stuff like that. And I've learned stuff where I've had to break some habits that I learned like 30 years ago, and like, we don't sign it that way anymore. And so that it's been totally helpful, no question, even though it is fucking annoying. So I was asked the other day that if I was, well, first of all, the teacher who is deaf, asked if I was interested in taking sign language too. And I was like, well, yeah, I've already signed up for it. And I explained to her why. And she says, do you want to take, in the spring, do you want to take deaf culture? Which I have to get those credits that I need to do this. But I wasn't allowed to because you had to have 2 classes of sign language at the college before they'd let you do it. And she was like, well, okay, you know how to sign.
I'm like, I already know you know.
Yeah, she was, I can waive that for you. And so I'm so advanced that I'm allowed to take deaf culture a whole semester early because I'm that master.
You are the master.
I'm the master of the Monroe Community
I still feel like you
College.
should, kind of like the CLEP test. You should have been able to CLEP out.
It's the State Department of Education. They're just
I know, but I still feel like it's the same kind of thing. Like English, like I CLEPed out of English because I had really great scores in English, and I feel like if you already have a really great score in a language, you should be able to CLEP out of it. But whatever.
It's costing me money to take these classes, and
I know. Of course it does.
Paying me back.
They're not paying you back for it.
I have such a shitty union.
Oh,
I will say
I'm
this.
so sorry.
I have a shitty ass union.
Oh, I'm fucking. I assumed they were paying for it. Oh man, that does suck.
I have a shitty ass union.
I guess
There's
so.
no tuition reimbursement program. But that's all right. Trust me. It will help me in the end for reasons I do not want to talk about on the show.
Gotcha.
For risk of getting fired, like before. She's fooled me once.
Yeah, I know better.
So anyway, that's my kind of like stupid brag. Like I'm like the master of the ASL at Monroe Community College. Which is a small, big fish, small pond.
I know.
It's fine.
Whatever. It's cool.
No, it's cool. But again, meeting people, I have, meeting new people, and always now I'm dipping my toe back in the deaf community here in town, which
that's nice.
Yeah, no,
which is
it's
nice.
it's
That's cool.
I'm totally getting shit out of this.
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
and ideas for the classes I'm teaching now. I have actually already brought into those classes and say, hey, this is what I learned in this class I'm taking. So, I've been able to use it, and it's totally legit. So next semester on purpose, there's 2 sign language teachers at this college. I'm taking the other one on purpose so I can steal ideas from this person.
Awesome. Great idea.
Totally it's totally legit. So I should be done now that I'm taking this extra class in the spring. I'm taking 2 classes now in the spring.
You'll kill it.
Yeah, but it's time.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. I mean, that's a lot.
Right.
I mean, that is a lot of time.
So, I'll be able to finish relatively earlier, and I just have to take 1 class in the summer, and then have it
You're
all
all done.
So,
That's pretty quick.
yeah.
Hey, where are we at in time?
We've got time. We've got a little bit of time, 10-ish
Okay.
minutes, maybe
All right.
more or less, give or take.
Yeah, that's fine for me to talk about
we
this.
have UFOs?
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Is it? Are you being funny with
No,
words,
I'm
or
actually
is, like,
not.
Unidentified flying
I
objects?
am actually not being funny about it.
Okay, so the UFO doesn't stand for something else. You're like, "Hi, I tricked you." It really means
it doesn't. It doesn't.
under fucked and
No,
over.
no,
Okay,
no,
all right,
no,
I'm
it
just
doesn't.
assuming.
It
All right.
actually, I'm saying UFO, unidentified flying object.
Hit me with it.
Okay, so-
is there anal probes in the story?
No. This is just stuff that we've seen in the sky. So I think it started like around a month ago. My husband does smoke, so he smokes outside because he even doesn't want the smell of tobacco in the house. Thank you.
The cigarettes, the regular cigarettes, not the funny cigarettes.
No, weed is fine. It has a different smell.
I know.
Yeah. No, he's even fine with the smell of weed. He
No, I'm
doesn't
just
want the
saying
smell of
he
tobacco.
I'm saying he doesn't smoke.
He doesn't smoke weed.
Right. So that
he
that
only
was the
smokes-
joke.
Right.
I was
No.
making.
Yeah. He
I
only
wanted to
smokes
say
tobacco.
funny cigarettes.
No, he does not
If
smoke
I
the
really
funny
wanted to be
ones.
that guy, I could say jazz cigarettes. But
Yeah,
I
he
did
does
not go there.
smoke the jazz
I didn't go to the
cigarettes.
30s.
He doesn't.
The bee's knees.
Anyway, so yeah, no, he goes. So he goes outside and he has a cigarette at night. So this happened, I don't know, a month or so ago. Maybe it was even more. Who knows? But we both noticed there was like, I don't know how. I can't tell you how far away it was, but at least enough to see with the naked eye, like an object hovering, like looked kind of like it was over by like Whitten Avenue, maybe a little bit further past that. And
I think I might have to agree with you. Keep going with your story, but
Okay.
then I'll tell you why I might have to agree with you.
okay, so we've noticed now we haven't and it's not there every night. So if it was there every night, you could probably guess it's something that we just, there's some sort of like something going on out there and we just don't know about it. So, which I'm very happy if that's the case. I mean, honestly, I'd almost rather that because this is actually kind of freaky.
What if it's a Chinese balloon coming to attack us?
I don't think it is.
Okay.
So again, we haven't noticed it every night, but we did notice it again last night.
Okay.
And not only did we notice the one, and it's usually around the same area. It was slightly higher in the sky than the last few times we've seen it, but it was still in the general area. But then we saw a second one. And so I watched it for a while last night, and it's literally lights just hovering, and you can see them blinking. I mean, you can see that there's different colored lights, so it's not like just like a star or something. And the one actually has slightly different colored lights than the other one. The one that we've been seeing, the lights look more greenish and blue, but the second one I saw last night, it would look more like reddish colored. And the thing that was weird about seeing the second one last night, while I was watching it, I saw it disappear for a second, and then it suddenly appeared again, like a little higher up. That I don't know of anything that does that we see on a regular basis. The lights went off, and literally less than a second, it was at a different spot. And then I watched it for a while, very, 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 very slowly start easing towards the other one. And then I got kind of freaked out. And then I stopped watching them.
Well,
but I was watching them for a good 10 minutes.
it could explain the phenomenon that I've been experiencing.
Okay.
Because maybe whatever's up there are the fucking bastards that keep putting the same goddamn ABBA song in my head for like a month now.
Maybe.
It's really pissing me off.
What's the song?
Do you want it?
It's fine.
Okay.
Is it Fernando?
No, it's not Fernando.
I love that song, actually.
Okay.
No,
but
that's a good song.
Take
I
a
like
chance
Fernando.
on me.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah, but okay, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. My mental jukebox, that doesn't matter.
I know. I hate when I have a song that I don't really love in my brain forever. It's so annoying.
Friends like from different places. No, it's. I've got like I have some regulars, some songs.
I have some regulars too.
Right. And some of them are pretty weird. There's a Debbie Gibson song. I've got
I've got a couple of musical ones.
These boots were made for walking. The original used to be. It's been a while. I'm too sexy. Another thing. This motherfucker. This month, like not even the good. Well, I think they're all relatively good. Not the happy, benign Sarah McLachlan songs, the fucking creepy, sad Sarah McLachlan songs. What the hell is my problem? Anyway, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
So I was just trying to make a joke, but I do have an idea. But I'm just wondering if those are the motherfuckers that, because there's different songs now that are popping into my head. Yeah.
I just wonder.
Have you posted something on the internet?
I haven't.
Maybe other people
honestly,
have seen it.
I was
That's
talking
a good use of fucking Facebook.
No, I was talking about it with Dan today as we were, as he was driving me over here after work. And, and I told him, I said, you know what? I'm going to talk about it on the show today. And I said,
you should totally put it on
also,
Facebook.
And I said, maybe I should put it on maybe I should put it on Facebook. Like, I mean, what am I worried about? That people are going to think I'm weird? Like, they already fucking think I'm weird.
Don't even say UFO or anything. Just say, like, has anybody seen these lights, and describe the lights. And you don't have to say UFO or aliens or Dave's bad songs. You don't have to say any of this shit. Just say, has anybody seen these lights, and describe them. And then let somebody else say UFO.
It is weird though. It's really fucking weird.
I'm just saying that.
The U.S. already admitted that they exist. I mean, they admitted that this year, that they actually do exist. That they have used alien technology, and I'm pretty sure that's why some of the things that we have that exist probably exist because of that.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
No, they admitted that. I don't know if you know about that.
I'm saying I did miss.
Oh, you did not know.
No,
there was actually an admission from the government saying that they do know that aliens exist and that they have used some of their technology.
Okay.
So the real question is, and this is the question that Dan and I were saying just before I came in. Is it one of theirs or one of ours? Because we just don't know, do we?
Again, I'm not being argumentative. I'm just saying where I am right now personally. It may be what they're saying is true. There is nothing from here on out, pretty much, that comes from an official government source that I believe to be true. I just cannot believe any fucking.
Well. I can tell you,
no trust.
I can tell you from my own experiences, and people can believe or not believe. I guess, but I assume you would believe me because I'm not like a lying person. But I have more than once seen unidentified objects in the sky, and one time I saw it was in pure daylight. It was
totally
like
I am
daylight.
Not, again,
other people saw
I'm not saying there's no fucking way. There's no way. All I'm saying is if a government, for me where I am right now, from my pay, and I do pay attention. I don't sit. You guys know I don't sit around watching.
So do you not? Do you think the government's lying?
No,
that they don't. Because it doesn't make sense that they would say they exist.
Oh, no, yes, it does. To distract us from other things. If that's the case. All I'm saying is personally.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And I'm not saying that to say I don't believe what you're saying, Melissa. I'm just saying if it came from the government, there's some fucking angle or twist or reason. There's something that's like not totally legit. I'm not saying the whole thing. So my point is, I'm just like, okay, I believe that they said it, and I'm believing what you say, what you've seen. All I'm saying is, well, until I'll beat this joke into the ground. Unless they're coming to anal probe me, I'll just I'll deal with it when I gotta deal with it. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. No, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Like I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, dude, whatever.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what these objects are. It's weird. We keep seeing them. Again, we don't see them every night, but but of course,
totally
I'm going to look.
Put that on the Facebook, and because I'll watch too. I'll see what pops up if anybody else is seeing these lights.
You have to look out toward. You have to look. It's always out towards Winton.
So
way.
that would be
Yeah.
towards the east.
Yes,
Okay.
towards the east.
The east.
Yes. Look
For folks.
east. Yes,
Yeah.
look east. Because to me, it looks like it's like almost like it's over like Browncroft or something. But I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, it's far away. You can't really tell. But I mean, it was at least close enough last night. Like I said, we have only seen the one, but then we saw a second one, and the second one was even closer, and I could see like different lights on it, and that was weird.
What say you, people?
I don't know.
Oh my God! You could be like the new Art Bell, doing overnight radio shows.
Oh, Art Bell. I don't think he's alive anymore, is he?
No,
he
he's not
died.
alive.
He did. Yeah. Man, his shows were awesome.
Yeah,
Now.
I caught a little when I used to work overnights.
Yeah,
I caught a little bit.
I've heard a few Art Bells.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty great.
There was Art Bell, and then before that was Larry King when he used to do overnights.
Mm-hmm. Well, so I'm going to tell you there is a famous UFOologist type person. His name is Bob Lazar, and well, Dan knows a lot about him because Dan's my husband.
I've actually heard that name.
Yeah, Dan's really, really into UFO stuff. I mean, he knows even more than I do. But Bob Lazar has said he actually has worked on these programs and everything, so he knows that these things actually exist. Pretty much everything that Bob Lazar said is what the government actually said existed.
All right. Well, look, first of all, I'm not denying the existence of life outside of our planet.
It seems kind of silly that there wouldn't be.
Right. No,
right? That's always seemed weird to me.
My thing is I don't fucking trust our government with
I don't trust our government, but it just makes sense to me that we have this huge universe, and this entire huge universe that's so vast we can't even wrap our heads around it.
Totally.
We're the only planet with life like this.
That
doesn't make any fucking sense. No sense at all.
No, I totally agree with you.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think there's something. It's weird. It's weird. It is very weird, and I think. Yeah, I haven't really wanted to talk about it on the Facebook or on the internets and stuff because I always worry about what people are going to think. But then again, I'm like, what the fuck? What do I care?
Okay, but again, like
I can't help what I saw.
Don't even say UFO. Just say, has anybody seen weird lights? And let other people go, ooh, it's...
Ooh, I should do it in Nextdoor.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Dude, you're on.
Can you imagine the
comments? I'm tapping out.
Oh, dude. I mean, I don't even think I'd be able to keep up with the comments. It'd be hilarious.
I'm tapping out of that.
Half the people are going to say I'm on drugs or what am I taking, and the other half of them go, oh my God, I saw them. I don't know what is. It'd be hilarious.
Then you're going to get 10 people going, Blue Lives Matter. For those who aren't, all right, this is where we're going to end the show. Right? We're ending the show on Nextdoor. So Nextdoor, Nextdoor.com is a online platform that it's kind of in a way, in this sense, where it's a national online platform, but you get siloed into your geographical neighborhood,
which is great for things like when animals are missing.
Yeah.
I use it for that for sure.
Yeah. But the problem is, just about anybody can fucking get on this thing, and
anybody. I mean, if you have an email,
it's all the people who have nothing to do, and it's horrible. And if you sign up for this thing, oh my God, turn off the email notifications.
Oh no, I only get the emails. I don't have the app. I only get the email notifications. So I look at the email notifications and decide whether or not I want to take a look at it.
No, but it crushes your email.
Yeah, I guess a little bit.
No,
I guess a little bit.
I joined the one here when I was running for office, and I had to turn this shit off. Yeah. I could not. Just could. Oh God.
It was fun. They're funny though. Some of them are hilarious.
But I just kept seeing all the grumpy old people who just assumed every person of color was going to rob them.
I know, but I will say that it seems to be less of that lately.
Is there? Okay.
Lately I've been seeing a lot more of this person
just died of old age.
Well, no, I feel like a lot of it has been like this person I paid a fuck ton of money to and they didn't finish the job type, like bad contractors and shit. Which is good. Which is a good thing to know.
Awesome value, without question.
That's a great idea.
The idea, it's like a public square, but people are fucking people, and god damn it, it's the Maury Povich crowd, and oh my god.
It is sometimes. It is really. It's
Melissa, post it on Nextdoor. Go to town, man.
Man, I wonder what would happen.
Come back and report.
What about what's the other Reddit?
Oh, I haven't dipped into that. I can't.
I mean, I have a Reddit account. I just don't really post anything. I started
Peter
posting.
was doing it for a while.
I posted something once in a forum, and I got beat up so much by it that I decided I don't think this is for me.
Yeah.
You guys are way too mean. Yeah. I'm not mean enough for that.
We covered a lot of ground here.
Look at that. We didn't think we had anything.
Boy. Hopefully it was relatively interesting for y'all. We'll be back next week. Actually, Julia and Chris will be in town. We'll see what happens.
Oh,
they get back on Thursday.
Maybe I get to meet Chris.
Oh, you haven't met Chris?
No,
you should totally meet Chris.
No, I'm excited to meet him.
Yeah. So that's Julia's boyfriend. And I got
I mean, well, they live together. So,
yeah.
Like
they're official.
Yeah.
They're they totally are. No.
Yeah, they're like all partnered and
shit.
Dude,
they have cast together.
Oh yeah, they're partnered.
No, they're they're a thing.
They're more than a boyfriend. That's like partnered.
I don't know. You know what?
Well, we have to ask her how they say it.
I say boyfriend, but whatever. She can call it what she wants. Yeah. Some guy I know.
My fuck buddy.
That's fine. How often they fuck?
Mom might find it awkward, but all right. No, she won't.
I don't think she would.
No, she won't. She's cool like that. Yeah.
All right. So, speaking on that note, we'll be back next week with Lord knows what. But I always say that, and it's still true.
We mean it.
Yep. I'll be 1 week closer to dying, but it's still a ways off. It's not as close as we thought it was. So, thanks.
Yay.
I haven't said this in a while. Thank you for listening. The rich fucking assholes that run social media are screwing with algorithms, and we're taking a hit, and we don't get as many listeners. If you listen and you don't subscribe, it'll probably be easier if you just subscribe. There's tons of ways to do it at stuartpedasso.com. There's RSS feeds. You can do it on iTunes / Apple, any place you get podcasts.
On Audible?
Yep, we are on Audible. Just stuff doesn't show up as much because we don't pay money to the rich folk because they don't have enough money and they want to hoard it all. So
we don't like them.
Yeah, if you get a chance, spread the word. Subscribe yourself. That's really the most consistent way you'll be able to get our shows and hear about stuff. And we'll be back next week with something.
With something.
Yeah. All right. Be safe, y'all.
Ciao.
Bye.
Have you protested at major sporting events using various colored smoke bombs? Doctors have discovered that there is possibility these smoke bombs can cause various ailments such as turf toe, pulled hammies, capitalism syndrome, protester lung, and getting your ass laid out by a 250-pound linebacker while running on the field, fever. The lawyers at Debs in Luxembourg will take everyone to court to get you the compensation that you deserve. The sports ball teams you disrupted. Jeff Bezos because he has the money. Todd, who eats all the good granola at the activist meetings. Bernie Sanders for being a sheepdog. The dude who started the Brandon shit. And yay. Protesting is an American tradition, when the man allows it, so don't let being humiliated on national TV stop you from getting every possible penny you can. Contact Debs in Luxembourg today by calling 1-800-NO-SMOKE. That's 1-800-667-6659. Or go to www.pinksmoke.com. You are willing to be a public simp? Get your ass paid.